Welcome back. Well, we are, of course, in the thick of the holiday season, a time when we talk about cheer and gathering with friends and family, but it's not that way for everyone. In fact, for some, this time of year, it can be a time where they are overwhelmed with isolation and even sadness. Add a pandemic on top of it, and it could be hard to find a reason to be happy. But our next guest says there are some ways to start thinking positively to get you through this odd holiday season. We've got Dr. Jaime Zuckerman. She is a clinical psychologist in Philadelphia. She's joining us this morning. Good morning, doctor.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Good. Thanks for having me.
So this is something I think a lot of people don't think of when they're experiencing that joy and happiness of the holiday season, that there are so many people that are actually depressed during the holidays. So tell us why that is.
So I think first and foremost, with how social media is today, we see so much happiness on social media. And as we know, we don't post our unhappiness on social media. So when we see all of these holiday pictures and family gatherings, it can be a reminder to people that maybe they're not connected to their family like they'd want to be, or maybe they are just going through a breakup and it's a reminder that they're by themselves. The other is that the holiday season, we're expected to feel happy because it's a joyous time. But if you don't feel happy, there is this kind of guilt and shame that's associated with that you should feel differently, but you don't.
We always have to remember social media, it's a highlight reel, right? It's only what people want you to see. It's not always all good. So what symptoms suggest that someone might be experiencing a depression during the holiday season?
Sure. So any change from your normal routine, any change from your normal behaviors, finding that you want to socially isolate from people, lack of motivation, you're not sleeping as well, you're not eating as well, your concentration and attention is not what it usually is. And typically it's when you just feel unmotivated to do your normal daily routines, anything from going to the gym or eating healthy, anything that's just part of your regular schedule.
So just getting out of bed feels hard for you?
Yes, it can feel like a marathon.
And you say holiday depression isn't the same as other types of depression. So tell us what you mean by that.
So holiday blues is different than a depression. Holiday blues can be sadness. Holiday blues can be anxiety, because as much as we love the holidays, it's also a very stressful time for people, and it brings about a lot of anxiety. Holiday depression is also situational. So once the situation passes, usually with that, the sadness and the anxiety pass with it. Whereas a depression outside of the holidays can be more chronic and long-standing and due to factors that you're aware of or even factors that you're not aware of.
And do you think many people this year who maybe normally don't have the holiday blues will have it because of the pandemic, because of the tough year? I actually know some people who will be spending Christmas alone because they're not going to travel to see their family. So do you think there are more people who are going to experience it this year?
I do, absolutely. I think that because of the isolation that the pandemic is bringing to us, we are left really without options or choices to socialize and be with family members. And although we can Zoom and we can talk to them, it's just not the same. And people that are not used to being alone on holidays, which is probably most of us, it could be a real shock, because then people could be together just without you. So it's going to be difficult, I think, for a lot of people. And I think it's important to know going into this that it is going to be difficult and that it's okay to kind of have that expectation for this year.
And what are some things that people can do to maybe try to eliminate some of the holiday blues or make themselves feel a little bit better?
Yeah, so I think first, if possible, it doesn't have to be a full social media cleanse, but maybe just kind of be mindful of how often you're doing that mindless scrolling through your social media feed. Maybe check twice a day for 5 minutes instead of just aimlessly kind of throughout the day scrolling through your phone. The other thing you want to do is make sure you set a routine and stick to a routine, because a lot of people are not working right now, kids aren't in school right now, schedules are really up in the air. So you want to, as much as you can, set a routine that you're comfortable with and set routines that are easy for you to accomplish. Don't try to tackle the world right now. Don't really take up any new hobbies. Take what you love to do now and expand on that. So if you like doing yoga, maybe pick up another class. If you like cooking, maybe cook 3 days a week instead of 2 days a week. So add on to your existing behaviors, kind of expand on that to give you a little bit more pleasure, a sense of mastery. The other thing you want to do is be careful of your self-talk. So for example, if you're sad during the holidays, instead of saying to yourself, I shouldn't feel this way, try saying something like, well, of course I should feel this way. There's a pandemic, it's the holidays, this is difficult, it's not just me, this is difficult for everybody. And just be mindful of your kind of internal dialogue that you're using for yourself.
So change your way of thinking and take it day by day. So real quick, doctor, where can we go to find more information about this?
So anywhere, you can go to any of the mental health websites, NAMI. You can go to Psychology Today is a great resource to find information, particularly timely information about the holidays. PsychologyToday.com. They always have excellent articles. And you also can go to my Instagram. I'm posting a lot of things about the holidays right now on how to manage it, how to get through it, and some tips and strategies.
All right. Well, Dr. Zuckerman, thank you so much. And always remember to check on your friends and family if you think they might be experiencing those blues. Coming up, our Alex Butler is live with a holiday display, and you don't